Hey there, welcome to this month's North Texas Real Estate Market Report, giving you all of the information you need about buying and selling homes here in DFW. Well, you can see from the stockings beside me and the fire roaring and making me sweat. Currently, we are in the midst of the holiday season, and we're coming up really soon on the blackest day of all, the day that we can no longer order things from Amazon and get it by Christmas. So you're gonna want to hurry up and get that done, because it would be horrible if you actually had to go to the store to buy something for your loved ones. But what does this season mean for those of you who are looking to buy or sell a home? Well, let's get right into the numbers here, and then in just a moment, we're gonna talk about the things if you're maybe looking to get in the first time, or if it's been a little while since you've done a home, the things that you really should consider before you go and get yourself in the market. So we'll get to that in just a moment here, but let's talk about some of these numbers that we have in DFW. Let's talk about this median sales price. It continues to go up. You can see we had a small dip just a few months ago. That was October time, a small dip, and we normally have a small bump this time of year before the holidays hit. So you can see we have a little bump, but we continually have these price rises. In North Texas, I don't see this stopping anytime soon. A lot of experts say that this is a correction since we've had such affordable prices for many, many years. I don't know that I would count on it going back down to where it was before. But you can see right now, Collin County still has on average the highest price. Denton County's up there, and then Tarrant and Dallas down below. Hey, let's talk about new listings. This is really what we want to see as we get if we want to get closer to a buyer's strength in this, instead of just being a pure seller's market. You can see that we are in our normal free fall. This is the time of year when less people want to have their house on the market, just because they don't want people in and out during the holidays. And you can see we've fallen off, but that's the normal trend this time of year. So that's not really something to fear or be concerned about. As we move along, we can expect here in another month or two for it to shoot back up the way that it does every single year. The question is, how high will it go this year? Are there still some people that are sitting on the houses that have been in it for the last 2 years worried about COVID that will jump in right now to kind of satiate the hunger of those that want to buy and move into North Texas? Only time will tell. My guess is it's going to shoot up about the same levels we saw a few years ago. Let's see if I'm right about that. And finally, the magic number in here, the thing that we're going to look at, the real indicator of if it's a buyer's market or a seller's market, the month's supply of inventory. This means if all houses sold that are currently out there, how long would it take? And nearly all of them are at 1 month or less, each county. So things are going incredibly fast. Remember, if we get to 4 months of inventory, that's neutral. Anything below that makes it a seller's market. Anything above that makes it a buyer's market. And you can see we are still at record low. So right now, sellers have a lot of strength. So if you're buying and you're selling, it's really a wash, because you'll get more money for your sale, but you're going to spend more money on the other one. This is a particularly good time for those who are retiring and maybe moving to a smaller house, or those who are downsizing, because while you'll gain more on your expensive house, you'll lose a little bit less on your other home. So if you're getting into the market for the first time, I can tell you this last year, I've worked with a good number of first-time home buyers who are getting in there. And let me just give you a very short notice here of what the things you should do if you're looking to get in and buy in this market. If you're not necessarily selling, but how do you do it the first time? The most important thing is to have your cash ready. You're going to need between 5 and 7% of the price of the home. That'll cover things like your down payment. Now, your minimum down payment, if you have a conventional loan, is about 3% if you're a first-time home buyer, or if it's been more than 3 years. But it's 3.5% if you have an FHA loan. But there are going to be other things that are rolled in there. For example, you'll have to pay for a whole year of insurance on the new house. You'll have to pay for your portion of property taxes for the whole year. So if you jump in January, you're going to have a lot of property taxes to pay up front. The good news is you won't have to pay them for the rest of the year, but you're going to have to cover that up front. You also want to be able to show that if something comes up in your house, when the appraiser comes out and they say it's not worth the value that you're offering, you need to be able to show that you've got enough cash to cover that. That really puts sellers at ease and makes them more likely to accept your offer. So that's something to consider. Get your money ready. Now, if you don't want to get in these bidding wars and pay $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $60,000 over asking, here's a couple things you might want to do. Look at houses that have been on the market for more than 2 weeks. Really, in this market, if you've been on more than 1 week, there's some blood in the water, and that means they priced it too high. And you might be able to get in there. I've had a few that have gotten it below asking. We just closed this last Monday on a house $15,000 under asking. We did one a couple months ago for $25,000 under asking. Those had all been on the market a little bit longer. Now they're going to take a little elbow grease, or they might be a little bit further out than you would like, but you can really make a good sale, make a good deal on that. Now, if you want to know, if you don't want to wait weeks and weeks, or maybe find the one that needs a lot of work, let me give you this little suggestion. Look at houses on Tuesdays and Wednesdays only. Most people put their houses on the market on a Thursday or a Friday. In this market, they show Thursday, Friday open houses maybe on Saturday and Sunday, and then they go under contract on Monday. Now let me tell you this, if they make it through Monday, they get to Tuesday, they get to Wednesday, they would be way more likely to accept an offer that is at asking or below asking. So if you're working with a realtor, ask them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays to look at those that are still available. And let me talk to this, and I know we just said this, but it's worth contacting a realtor right now as you're looking into it, even if you're not ready to go right now. There are some realtors, let me say this, that are pushy, and they're gonna, get in your business, and they'll be texting you pretty regularly, they'll be calling you all the time. If you need someone around here, just give me a call. That's not my business model, but I'm happy to give the information that you would need. I can set you up with lenders that I know do a great job for clients. I can set you up with all the different steps along the way so you don't have to worry about it. I can also give you clear, concise answers about how much you can really afford and all the little things that you might not think about if you're not buying in houses every day. So if there's anything I can do for you as you're getting closer, if you have friends, if you have family, or you're just getting curious, how much can I afford? What's the right time? When should I jump in? Hey, don't hesitate. Give me a holler and I'll be happy to set you the right way. You're not going to get a text from me every day. I'm not going to call you every day. But if there's anything I can do for you, don't hesitate to reach out. My number is down below. Hey, well, I am Ben Howard. I hope you have a great holiday with friends and family, and I'll see you next time.